been on with it. I've done a few things today, and I'm actually on lounge lights now. Circuit 5, lounge lights. There we are. I've disconnected it. We connect it up to R1, R2. Disconnected the neutral. All still live, and I'll go to it's a 6-gang switch. I'll find a feed to it, which is quite straightforward, and then go from there. There's one there, there's 2 in there, so that's a feed. There's one there, so that's a light. There's one there, that's a light. One there, that's a light. That's a feed. That's a feed, that's a feed. Oh, that one's got 3 in it, so the third one that isn't a loop in will be, this one will be the feed. This one is the feed. The other one must be loop. Loop in or loop out. 0.41 R1, R2, and I'll just test the continuity of the neutral as well, seeing we've got them here. 0.35, and the reason for that is this is all 1mm. So, line to earth, that's fine. Line to neutral. Last night I was thinking to myself at this same stage where I'd split the circuit and I was getting 200 or whatever it was to the consumer unit and 200 to the end of line. What the sum is, and of course it's 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 equals 1 over R3. But for some reason last night I had a thumping headache, and there was a lot of woolly thinking involved yesterday. So fine there, that's all 999, and we just do the last one here. Not quite so good, but that's because, yeah, about 29 meg. That will be going all the way through to the luminaires as well. Now, up to the luminaires from the other side of the switches. Not bad. 26.7. That is 9. There's your one. 27, 28, 28. 27, 28, 29, 30, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 and 32 mega ohms. I wonder why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. Okay, don't need to re-terminate that one, and it was in the right slot too. So, "11 lights, Lightroom." 11. Oh, turn the lights out. Lightroom, and that's got 2 lines. The uplighters, and that must be the downlighters. So we'll do the downlighters. 2 in there, there's only 1. Let's see what that turns off. It's still on, so it's like tracing it. It's a pain in the arse when they put things in the wrong slot. It's one of those ones that goes to a contactor. Plastic. Are we into this again? Looks like it. Why did that go to a contactor? That goes to contactor, goes in there. Oops. I pulled these two out of the contactor because I thought I'd seen one with a damaged basic insulation and some black on it. But I don't know whether, I think I might have taken the wrong two ones out now. Because one's a fly lead that goes into an MCB there, but I think it was disconnected. And the other goes up into an earth. But there is evidence of scraping on there, where it's been drawn through, I presume. Must have got the wrong one out. No, it's still in there. So just check the voltage again. Voltage. Nothing. And that's the one there. See that? There we are, you see? Damaged insulation. And evidence of arcing here. Felicity, what did they say about the electrics in this place?
That they were terrible and they always used to go off.
And they always used to go off.
I think they were always tripping or something.
Always tripping, really? Well, that would explain some of it there. So I'll just cut that down and joining it there rather than on the contactor. And these two. This is the one I'm testing at the moment, which is lounge. What was I can't even remember what circuit I'm doing. Oh yeah. Downlighters in the lunchroom. Downlighters in the lunchroom. So I'll just pull that through and connect it directly and bypass this contactor. Downlighters in the lunchroom, but we don't have a neutral for it. Physically, can find a neutral now. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Oh, look at that. That is the neutral. So what's the correct neutral? That is the neutral. So if that's the neutral and I've turned the circuit on, which it is, then that should have a reading on it, and it hasn't. From the light switch then, R1, R2. From the light switch, R1, R2. And well, my friend's just been locked away for 6 weeks for shoplifting. Colin, I think his name is. You see him a lot in town. He's gone to Lewis.
Why would you get nicked for shoplifting?
No, but I mean, no, he didn't get nicked for shoplifting. It's just one of the he gets nicked a lot for shoplifting because he does it all day long. They don't have a bar or something then? Why are you laughing? Well,
It's not bar, isn't it?
Right, well, so I seem to have fucked that one up enough now. It's time to choose another victim. Whereabouts did he break? Where did he break into? Where is that? Need that like a hole in the head.
Exactly. Well, the thing that you can't have if you get it properly, you've got your check card. Yeah. And before the people need to do the building.
Why the blazes? I can't get this bloody thing out of the bloody room. 27. Till the Sabbath. Are you Jewish? Oh,
Friends refuse to talk about business until December.
how eccentric.
No, it's not.
Well, the Christmas decorations up soon.
Well, you put your Christmas decorations up this afternoon.
No, soon.
No way.
I'll be putting up the Christmas cards, starting to write them.
Now that's weird.
Now, we don't have very good insulation resistance here. That goes into there, and I've taken that out. Neutral. Is the neutral out? Yes, it is. Not good. Okay, well, what else can we do? Put that in there.
Where's the other? Where's the other?
Let's put it.
It should be.
Should I just go round, disconnecting every luminaire to test the fixed wiring for that circuit? Between earth and line, I've got 0.1 mega ohm. And the problem is that if the rest of the wiring was okay, I'd say probably leave it. But the cables are routed through these steel hangers for the suspended ceiling. So I know that they've been having a lot of tripping, so I think it warrants further investigation now, just to make sure that it's not the cable that's been stripped of basic insulation. So that's what I will spend the rest of the afternoon doing, because I can't stand this fact of having such crap insulation resistance between two conductors that are so, you know, diametrically opposed. There should not be any walkover between them. These fucking lights. Everything. Fluoros, gas discharge, thing with electronics in it seems to produce crap results. And when you get a suspended ceiling full of fluoros, like 16 of the things, it's just too much to go around disconnecting them all. But reluctantly, I'm going to go and disconnect all these. Actually, one thing I can do is test one switch at a time, where the circuit splits for 3 different sectors. So I'll try that, disconnecting it all at the switch. And oh no, point 0.3, oh no. Okay. Is it 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 equals 1 over R3? And if 1 over R1 is 0.23, say 0.3 plus 0.3, that's 2/3, isn't it? It's 1 over 0.6, which is, I don't know. I don't know because I've got woolly thinking, which means I'm shit at math. I've got woolly thinking again. La 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 la, but not as bad as yesterday. There's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Oh! Oh! 4. Oh! That's a 500. Let's try 100. Oh! 93. 121. 250. It's moving around a bit, isn't it? What does that mean? Moving around fluctuating insulation resistance, going from 20 to 0.5. It's on 250 volt, and we're getting 0.5 mega ohm. Yeah, 0.5 mega ohm. I think it's time to start disconnecting the fuckers, and it'll just be more expensive to do this EICR. I'm not charging full rate for yesterday. Obviously, I wasn't here for a lot of it, and then the day before, I can't remember, but that won't be full rate either. I just got waylaid and fucking about with the camera as well, so. But yeah, so I'm going to take those lights out. We get inside there. We get inside there. It's very warm in there. It's warm. It's filthy, isn't it? So I've taken all the sun off the wall. The sun's off the wall, and I'm just going to take the line conductor off each one. Line conductor one. You can see in there would be, of course, right at the back, just behind that capacitor. So that makes it nice and easy to get to when we come to put it back. It's used so much electricity, that 15p an hour just on these lights. Just on these lights. 250 watts each. And look at that. It's dripping plastic. You just put some cheap LED uplighters in. 100 quid each or something. Look at that. So there has been arcing in there, caused by, I don't know what, bad connection on the end of the capacitor. So I'm just going to disconnect these completely, and I'm going to mention on the EICR that no longer is it acceptable to have 4 lights in a room using a kilowatt. New test after the disconnection for installation test of fixed wiring. Now I binned all the lights off it, and at 500 volts, 500 volts. Boom. Boom. Oh, oh, that one's still having constipation. So there's one here still having a problem, which is unexplainable. This is one that still have constipation. Yeah? 0.38. Oh dear. Okay, third test. Onto the CPC, 500 volts. $999. $999. Circuits are all right. Fixed wiring is okay, apart from the mess.
Sewer pipe there. That's a sewer. Not like this, if you want. Put me in the thing on. So go to the house, I'll start to help you.
Here we are again. I knew I wouldn't see the last of this place. We're looking for the contactor cable. that I've attached to the yellow and the red of the contactor. It's a 3-core inner 593. Yeah, that's this one. It's that one. Okay, just gotta get my specs and then I'll give it a tug and see where it goes. Hello again. Okay. Goes into that junction box. I'll get up through the other hatch, I think. Did I ever mention that I hate suspended ceilings? I don't think I did. Right. So fine. So you've got 1, 2, 3 things coming out of there. One leads back again. This one. And then one leads there. And one leads along there, and one leads down there, which I think goes into the manager's office, so we might be able to detect that. Let's see what's inside here. So I looked in that junction box and they all spread off from it in their respective colours. This one's going probably under the floor because I've detected it in the floor down here, and then this bit of concrete chipped away, there is conduit here, and then this wall. Oh, there'll be a contactor here, I think. You'd think there'd be some kind of a button, wouldn't you? But there's nothing, unless it comes up to a light switch. Well, that turns that fan on up there. This turns the light on. There's a switch here that... Oh, hang on. Yeah. Here we go. I think this is... Look at that. That used to turn a contactor on, but I'm not sure what for. And I'm not going to find out either because we disconnected it. Can I go through? No? Yeah. What's this, to get through to the other side of the building? Fine, so that was a contactor switch, which we've disabled. And I don't mind disabling it because nobody knows what it did, and the contactor didn't seem connected to anything. So, what to do next? So this is the last circuit functional testing, and the fan there doesn't work on low power, only on high power. But I think you can turn it up with the rheostat. No, you can't. The rheostat has no effect. So that needs looking at, and then the rest of these circuits I've done except for the outside lights, number 14 or something, and I'll leave that for a sunnier day. And tomorrow morning early, go and collect Ian. Hopefully he won't punch me in the head. And go and look at that circuit of his again, and the light switch, and see if anything can be done other than the rewire, which told me was I was being a knob for quoting him for 3 days. So that's the end of this board. Some of them are only tested from the switch,